Hello, my blooming souls. It has once again been a long time since we last talked together, which means a lot of crazy things has happened. As you read on the title, this video is going to be me decorating my studio. And I know, I have been doing this for quite a while, a lot of different changes, but I promise, I think I finally found the solution. But come on, I think we all know sometimes figuring out what you want in life just takes time and can be a bit confusing at times. During this project, I hit a lot of unexpected challenges, but I managed to get through, and I'm currently just working on being ready to close 2022 and be ready for 2023 with like a good foundation. If you have seen some of my previous videos, you know that I got a full-time job as a graphic designer, but it is remote, which means I work from home every single day. And that's why creating this studio as a place that just inspires me to be the best version of myself was very important to be the first foundation step to do before 2023. And I mean the whole room, because I don't only have my desk in here, I also have a closet, which I also redesigned. And I'm very, 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 very happy with the result. But you can go see for yourself if you like the result as well or not. But let's not forget, it is a process. So let's see what this process was like for me. With my new job as a graphic designer, I received a screen and a laptop, and I therefore decided to first of all get some items for the laptop. To obtain a better work head posture, I decided to buy this stand for the laptop. This means my head will be more straight when I look at the screen, which can make a big difference for my neck over time. The stand didn't come with instructions, which always freaks me out a little bit, but luckily it was pretty straightforward. I just had to use a lot of muscle power to squeeze it into place. And just like that, the first item was done. Before this stand, I just used my box, which came with the laptop, and it wasn't really convenient, especially when it came to dealing with the cables. So I'm very happy I decided to get this wooden one with space underneath it instead. Next mission was to find a way to protect the laptop, because even though I am a careful person, I still sometimes drop things, and things in my bag could also scratch the surface. I therefore decided to buy a case for it, and as I was opening it, I suddenly freaked out because I thought I might have bought the wrong size. But luckily it wasn't the case. No pun intended. I decided to go with a clear case since it hopefully gave me the opportunity to display my own art underneath it. But it was all a theory I had to test first. My idea was to simply put an A4 piece of paper in between the laptop and the case, showing off some of my art. This way, when I went to cafes or other places, I would at the same time do a little bit of free branding. You never know who you might accidentally run into, right? After concluding the idea was possible, it was time to choose a design. I first thought about doing a completely new design, but then I decided to do a little bit of a collage instead. When the design was done, it was time to take out the paper and have the printer do its magic. I then rounded the corners and tried to place the design without including too many small hairs and fingerprints. And just like that, I now have an extremely cute laptop. Next project was to buy some stuff from the well-known IKEA. I managed to take my brother with me through the offer of paying for dinner. Okay, he's actually super sweet and would probably have said yes even without the dinner. I might just wanted an excuse to buy the meatballs. Anyway, I bought a lot of different things and still trying to hold back, not using too much money. The most expensive thing was the new drawers I wanted for my closet. My brother wanted to help me take the packages, and of course he had to take all 3 at the same time, which went okay until he had to place them under the shopping cart. I then thought the other drawer I wanted was sold out, so I asked my brother to take one more of the previous drawers. I then realized there was an arrow pointing to a huge pile of the drawer I needed, and I therefore kindly asked my brother to put the other package back. In the meantime, I of course also helped getting the last package placed in the shopping cart. Then it was finally time to get out of there as quick as possible before I ended up spending any more money. When we got out of the building, we were greeted by this absolutely beautiful sunset, which I of course had to get some pictures of together with my brother, ending a successful day at IKEA. If you ever watch this, brother, just know I really, really appreciate you.
Work is almost over, summer's getting closer. No time to be sober, sunshine on my shoulders. I'm alive and breathing, living my best life. Love is on my mind and it's making me high. I'm staying in this moment, though it's hard sometimes, but I work it out every once in a while. I feel the love, I feel it growing every day. I feel the love, I feel the love. I hope it never goes away. I feel the love, love, love. Feel the love, love, love. I feel the love. I feel the love. I feel the love. I feel the Baby, what's your number? I wanna go under.
Damn, you are a little bastard. No, you took it all. You took it all. I tried to give it you in smaller bites, but you took it all. Okay, so even though I love enjoying nature, I still really wanted to get back to the project. I tried to dance myself into the mood, but I was just feeling pretty tired, so I allowed myself to rest. And then after doing that, I was then capable of getting back to the project. And the first thing I had to face was all my mini items on the first shelf. I have really tried to declutter. I promise this is all essential, even though it might not look like that. Let me just tell you, working with these shelves was a struggle. First of all, I had to try to get these out, and I used a lot of force and realized there was this screw in it which was holding it tight, which why it was such a struggle. So I unscrewed them first, and then it was a lot more easy to get them out. And then it was all about placing the last drawer and then placing the shelf above in the right height. When that was done, I had to take a break one more time because it just takes a lot of energy. And also then I had to face the shelves with a lot of just random clutter, and I really wanted to buy some basket for it, but I didn't have the money, so it's just not gonna happen yet. After finishing the first shelf, I of course thought the last two would be easy, but joke's on me, it wasn't. I realized another struggle. It was regarding this thing which just didn't want to come out. I was so mad, but I got one of them out, which was enough for me to, first of all, kind of destroy the closet, but despite that, I managed to squeeze this shelf out. I was so happy when it finally succeeded. Then I had to cool down just for a second before continuing getting the last shelf out, which luckily was a lot easier to deal with. And then I just needed to rearrange the things holding the shelf, so we had the next completed foundation to actually start decorating the closet. Thank goodness. Okay, now we come to the part which I was extremely excited about. I decided to buy some, what do you call them, plant walls? You're gonna see it very shortly, but I just thought I love nature, and opening it up and seeing this plant wall inside of my closet, how cool would that be? Some might say it's too extra, but I don't care about too extra. If it makes me smile, I will do it. I made sure to cut it into pieces so it would fit the different sizes, and then just put it on, not permanent, but with some sticky stuff that I can remove again if I want to change anything in the future. But anyway, just look how amazing this is. I love it, and if this doesn't inspire, I don't know what does. Anyway, let's continue. I decided to buy some organizer stuff, which came in a lot of plastic, which was not so fun. Did my very best to reuse, recycle most of it, but anyway, the items was very lovely. I decided to go with these black boxes because I thought that could be like a nice background for a lot of my mini items. And then from here it was all about trying to figure out how to display it and just hope it would look nice. I also bought all these nails, which I really haven't tried yet. It's not so good, but yeah, that's for another video. And when that was done, here is the final result for my closet. Okay, so now that my closet is finally beautiful and done, I could go back to focusing on my working area. And I thought it was quick. Once again, jokes on me, because this next process is over like 3 months or so. I don't know, I've lost track of time. But I will just let you enjoy it all for a moment with some music, and then I will come back to you explaining what I had to go through. So I have been trying for quite some while now to find something sticky that could help me hold these around my window. And yes, I have seen those very, very pretty clips that looks like small leaves, but that is not a thing in Denmark. Unless I buy it from a site which orders it from somewhere in the world, and it's going to take a long time, I'm just not patient for that. And as I was about to give up and just buy some very ugly clear plastic thingies, I found a person on TBA which is a place for Danish people to sell the things they have used but don't want anymore. And some people also use it to sell stuff they make themselves. And they were so sweet. It was a mother and a daughter, and first of all, she was selling these, which I have been looking for. It's not the leaves, but it's still prettier than some clear plastic thingy, even though it's also plastic. But anyway, still better. And they also had a room full of plants, which was the mom, I think, who was doing that just for fun. So I bought some, because how can you say no to these beautiful plants? And then in here, there's just these bags of lavender, which I really wanted for my bathroom, so I bought some. And if you love plants and live near Valby in Denmark, I really recommend them, because they were just so sweet, and I'm so happy, and now I feel today can only be a great day. But let's start hanging up my false vine right now, because I have been waiting to do that for too long. Okay, this couldn't be more perfect. Like, wow. Whoa. Sadly, I just realized it isn't the case over here, but I still think I can do it this way, so it's not completely not possible. It just has to be this way, right? Can I squeeze it in? I think so. I think that's good enough. Okay, so the corner is now almost done, and I am feeling very happy. I always thought I was a minimalist, but I'm kinda embracing that I might be a maximalist. All that's missing is getting this up, which I need some equipment I don't have yet. But my period just showed up, so I really don't know if things will be delayed a bit. Also, what is going on with this piece of hair? Anyway, the next time we see each other, it will hopefully be to finish this whole makeover, which has taken so long. I was a fool for thinking it would go quickly, because of course it didn't. It's now, I don't know how long since we last talked together, and the reason why, bless you, I haven't done, hang the thing is because I need to use this, and this is very thick and it makes me very scared. But I'm here today to face my fear once again, because hopefully it will make me very happy afterwards. Hello? Are you still there? Because I did it. I finished. I finished. Oh my goodness, I finished. I'm so relieved I managed to actually finish this before the end of this year, because it has been a lot. I have been sick. I have been struggling with personal stuff I cannot even show you yet. I had to try facing fears and struggles when it comes to building stuff. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot, and I don't want to do this in the near future again. At least I just need to forget the struggle I had to go through first. Anyway, with that said, I'm very proud also about myself right now. And let me just give you a tour, because I have some other exciting news, because your girl is really awesome and she believes in herself, which means I had to do these product videos for the company that I'm working for, and I had this table and we needed it for another video that didn't end up going as planned. And I what I'm trying to say is, I decided to ask my boss if he wanted to gift some of these items to me, and I could then of course show them in my videos, but overall I just really wanted them because they're cool. And he said yes. I didn't believe he would say yes, but he said yes, and I'm so proud. I asked because I honestly thought he would say no, but he didn't. Always let other people be the ones saying no, because not trying is a 100% no. Trying is a possible yes. Remember that, my loves. Anyway, time for the tour, because I now have a new desk and a drawer, and yeah, let me just show you. Ta-da! So this is where I will be working every single day, and now I feel so excited about it. So first of all, we have Abby's little area and her food beautifully displayed, with a little area for me to still have my craft stuff. Moving along to my new desk. It looks very much the same, I know. It's just a quality table that I'm very excited to have, and it also gave me the chance to give the other table I had to another person who didn't have the chance to pay as much as it normally costs to buy a height adjustable table. Besides having a new height adjustable table, I also now have cable management, which means it's so clear down here. And I'm just so happy, because before I got this cable solution, it was a mess down there, and it got so dusty and my feet just keep heading. Yeah, it was not fun. But now with this new cable solution, I can raise the table at any height I want without worrying about the different cables. And I can also raise the table high and vacuum, so it's always clean, because it was so dusty all the time before. And also my feet can be as free as they want to, and it is just so nice. Another amazing accessory I now have is this drawer, and I love it because I know I have this place for stuff, but finding smaller items, let me just say, it's a pain. So I now have it, for example, an eraser right here, and I don't have to look for it. And also other stuff that would just disappear in all of this bigger stuff. Anyway, I do know I also have a storage over here. But let me tell you, it easily becomes a bit of a mess, and this is a project for itself. But it doesn't matter, because with this, it's so nice. I'm so happy. Normally I also have my microphone right here, but I'm using it right now. So it's just really nice. And right here, I also have my cable, so I can charge my iPad and then just put it away like this. It's so nice. Also, I did put a little bow on it, because there is a little pre-made hole for the cable right here, so it would slip through by itself sometimes. So I just made this cute bow to make it stay in place always. I am a Dane, which means I am all about hygge, you know that. So I will just let you experience the mood at night time, and then I will see you afterwards where we will pack a little order to celebrate the ending or the finished project of this studio. Okay, my loves, so this is going to be the end of this video, and as you can see on the images, my studio has definitely been on a journey, which means I have been growing a lot too, and that makes me very proud. Even though I can also look back and think that some of it is a bit cringe, but the problem with that is that we cannot unlearn what we know. So that's the whole reason why I think it's cringe, because I have learned new stuff since then, but the past me didn't have that knowledge yet, and that's why that thing was the best outcome I could think of. So with that information, I hope we will all try to be a little bit more kind to our past self and look forward to all the things we will learn and do different in the future. But even more important, try to celebrate the one we are right now. 2022 was a year for me where I wanted to explore who I am. And now that I know a bit more about myself, I really want to use a 2023 to celebrate who I already am, but also go on more adventures. Now that I have a full-time job and have more money to spend, I got this lust, I guess you could say, to explore the world. And I hope I will be able to fulfill this big desire that I apparently have at the moment. And if it changes over time, that's okay as well. But this will be my starting point for now, for the next year. If you would like to share any growth you have experienced or what your goals are for 2023, I would love to hear them in the comments. And otherwise, I just hope you're all staying loving and caring, and that you want to join me on my next adventure, which is going to be in the next year. Cheers to us in the past, the present, and the future.